Good evening and welcome to the Laughing Monkey Music Show. Gerre from Tankard. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks a lot. Hope you're
Well,
doing fine too.
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. We were talking before. We had a little bump in the road, but we figured it out. We finally got this to happen. You're calling from Germany, so it's like 9 o'clock for you and USA time, and for me it's like 6 hours earlier. So it's always the fun
Okay.
coordinating of times, you know. So people don't know you. You've been out 82, right? Was when the band first came out about.
Yes, we were formed in '82, and this year we celebrate our 40th birthday. Unbelievable. For 40 years of thrash
That
metal. Unbelievable.
that is fantastic. Like, could you imagine that you're gonna be like 40 years later still doing it? Like, there was no blueprint for that. Nobody was doing thrash metal. That was the beginning of it. So no one could imagine how long it was gonna last. A couple years, you know?
Nah, no, nobody expected this, and I mean we know all each other from school, and yeah, we were great fans of the new wave of British heavy metal. That was our main influences in the beginning, and then later on, the first Exodus, the first Metallica, the first Slayer, the first Exciter album came out, and we were really blown away by this kind of metal. And so, um, yeah, so these bands were another big yeah, influence for us as persons, for us as musicians, and yeah, but of course we never thought that we are still here after 40 years. I mean, especially in the middle of the 90s, when metal in general and thrash metal in special was not that very popular.
Not
I
at
would
all.
never say it was that really, but it was not that very popular. So we really went through hard times in these years, but we kept on going, and yeah, now we are still here.
Well,
And
I think it's amazing
yeah,
you guys made it. Like, how did you
yeah,
push through that? You know, how did you push through those the lean years? Like, what was it? Were you guys just like, we love it, were we just going to do it? Or did you like
yeah,
maybe
we
take a
just
break a
kept
little
on
bit?
going because we yeah, we still love that kind of music. And after 40 years, I really have to say, on the one hand, of course we are proud of it still to be here and still to be a part of the metal scene. On the other hand, we are really thankful, of course, to the fans that yeah, that they supported us all over those years, and that we have the possibility to, yeah, to travel all around the world and play concerts. And yeah, so this is really, really amazing.
It's
So,
fantastic.
but
Yeah.
this is half time. Now we are looking forward for the next 40 years.
Oh, bless you if you could do that. You know, it's fantastic because you become obviously no one expected like a Metallica big, but you guys been a solid band with solid peer respect, consistently putting out great albums for the years. You know, like a cult like status. Even those bands you mentioned, like you guys, you know what I mean? Which is gotta be fantastically feel good because you've made such an impact in the thrash scene over the years, and you still play it so authentic. You haven't changed. You didn't. You literally, you know, the sound. You didn't change your image at all. You just go up and play.
Yeah, so one important point is that we don't sit together. What kind of songs we have to write now? Uh, what sounds are very popular at the moment? We just begin to write songs, write straight from the heart, and in the end, yeah, and at the end we have the result. And now that's all. So don't think so much about how the next album should sound or something like that. Just start to begin write songs, and yeah, working out as good as possible.
Well, I think I would imagine you guys. I would love to hear you guys work on songs because your songs are hilarious. You a lot of funny things. You have a lot of fun. Rest in deer. You use really fun videos. You know, and I think that's great because you don't take yourself that seriously, and it's just fun. And especially nowadays, it's so dark, so many bad things. It's just fun to listen to music and just smile and rock out and and let it loose. You know, it's
Yeah,
healthy.
so yeah, that was always yeah, like a Tankard trademark, this kind of combination of thrash metal and fun. But we always try to write also serious lyrics. So yeah, so not really from the first album. I mean, the lyrics of Zombie Attack, I mean, we were 14, 15 years old. So it was more songs about horror music and nonsense. I don't know, really. But starting with the second album, Chemical Invasion, we really started to, yeah, to try a good mixture of serious stuff and funny lyrics. But of course, we did everything in the beginning for this kind of beer image, I really would say. And later on in the 90s, we really wanted to get rid of it, but we totally failed, of course. And yeah, so nowadays we, yeah,
embrace it.
we make a lot of
even the name.
Yeah, we make a lot of joke about our own image. And I mean, the people Tankard doesn't really know. They just reduce us to this beer thing. And yeah, but if you go through the lyrics, we always, as I told you before, we always try to do a good mixture of serious stuff and funny stuff. But I think personally, you also can have fun on stage playing a song with serious lyrics. Right. You still can have fun. I mean, thrash metal is kind of fun for me. I mean, it's really
fun. It's not like you're silly,
aggressive, but it's fun. Yeah.
You're very, like I said, the music is very good. It's not like that's not serious. It's just you've had some lighter topics, so it makes the music a lot more enjoyable than going into some albums that are thrash. You got to be in a mood because you're going to be kind of bummed out because it's about, the end of the world. And I think it's been a rough year for everybody. So the mixture of happy and serious is good on yourself. That's why your new album, actually, Pavlov's Dawgs, Dawgs. It starts off with a great title. So how do you guys write your songs? Are you starting off with lyrics or music, or what's the process?
Yeah, so the process was the plan was to bring out this album 2 years before, but in the middle until the end of 2019, we just had not enough songs ready, just 1.5 song, and we said, nah, we want to bring out a good album, not to bring out something. To bring out an album, and it doesn't work to write 10 songs in 2 months or something like that. We never would do that, something like that. And so then COVID came in the beginning of 2020, and so we decided to do a little break, a couple of months, and didn't practice, didn't meet each other, and I think that was, quite a good idea. Just nothing to hear about the band for a couple of months. And then, but after a couple of months, you have this feeling you miss something, of course. And so we started really last year with the writing song process again. And I don't really know which idea it was. I think it was our bass player, Frank, came up with this title. Before one song is written, there is a title and there's a cover. And in Tankard, it's always the same. And I think the cover really fits to the title, and the cover really fits to Tankard. I mean, if we would come up with a very serious blood cover or something like that, nobody would believe us. Nobody would take it seriously. That is Tankard. So, and so we started with the songwriting process in 2021 again, and recorded in the beginning of this year the album, working again together with Martin Buchwalter. He was responsible for the sound of the last album, One Foot in the Grave. And then he had some COVID in the family, so we stopped a little bit the mixing, and so this time we took a lot of more time into find the right sound for this kind of album, especially concerning the bass. We have a different bass sound on this album, and yeah, so at the moment we are quite satisfied with the results. I mean, we have one official video clip. We did one official video clip, Lockdown Forever. We have a video clip with live footage, Exfluencer.
Yep.
And we have one lyric video, Barbarians. I think at the end of the year there will be another lyric video. So a lot of promotion. We changed the we changed the record label. So we were really satisfied with Nuclear Blast for the 3 albums. We worked together with them, but then they sold the most part of the company, and yeah, someday nobody was there anymore we worked together with. And so we kindly asked to let us out of the contract. That was no problem. I mean, Tankard was not the biggest band on Nuclear Blast. And yeah, so we signed with Reaper Entertainment, and the owner of Reaper Entertainment is our farmer promoter of Nuclear Blast. He's a good friend of us. He loves Tankard.
Oh, perfect.
And it was brilliant to work together with him. We know each other. We love each other. And yeah, he did a lot of promotion. And yeah, so at the end, we had a really good result. We joined the official German album charts on place 8. So that was the best place we ever did with a Tankard album.
Congratulations.
Yeah, okay, but 1 week later, we were not anymore in the top 100. But anyhow, we shown up there for 1 week, and place 8 was for the reputation of the band. It's great, and good work, and a lot of good reviews, and
it's a good album.
We are satisfied with the result, but the fans and the journalists, of course, have to decide what they think about the album. Some serious lyrics, some very funny lyrics, like Lockdown Forever. Imagine you have a virus and you have to stay home forever. You're not allowed to go out for the rest of your life, and you only able to order pizza, and you have to listen to all your heavy metal record collection to the end of your days. And so this is a very funny song, but we also have some serious stuff on it.
Your favorite one on there?
My favorite one was from the beginning, the last song, On the Day I Die.
Yeah.
And quite some strange lyrics about you wake up in the morning and you know you have to live not more than 24 hours. What you gonna do now? You have to tell
hard
maybe
question.
Some people you have to tell some people how much you love them or how much you hate them. I don't know. So this kind of feeling, and especially the slow beginning part. I think this is my favorite part on this album. And after a couple of months, it's still my favorite song, the last one. But you couldn't do a song with that kind of message as an opener. That wouldn't work. So I think it's a good message to close an album.
Yeah, you definitely have a mixture. I mean, I love the shirt. And I like the song too. Beer Barbarians is pretty funny. I love that title. It's just so tongue in cheek. Yeah,
that's a typical Tankard title. So
it is, but it's fun. It makes you smile.
Playing with words. Yeah, that's very funny.
But I think Memento. I love Memento and Dark Self Intruder. Those really, I love those.
I think, in my opinion, Dark Self Intruder, it's a little bit an outstanding song. Mm-hmm. It took a while that I get really into love with that song, but after a while, I really like it. I think Metal Cash Machine, of course, it's a little funny song, but because all the big rock stars, they live from all the stuff they sell, like perfume or I don't know what. And a very catchy chorus. I really love that song. So now it's very difficult to decide what kind of songs we're gonna play live. The next
Yeah.
shows at the moment we play Excellence. Of course, we're gonna play Lockdown Forever because it's a video title. Yeah, we have to discuss it.
You have to
So
rotate
everybody
through.
in the band has its own favorite songs.
How is have you guys been playing out a lot more now that COVID's over? Like, what's the change been for you guys from prior to now?
So in 2020 we played 3 shows, and last year we played 5 shows, and this year we had just a lot of festival shows, and it looks like it's getting normal this year. But at the moment, a lot of bands, they cancel their tours because the pre-sales of the tickets are very bad at the moment, because the people, I don't know what the people think. Maybe it will be postponed, the concert, or what will happen with COVID. Will there be a lockdown again? And I don't know. That's for the smaller bands. It's not so easy for the clubs. It's not so easy for the promoters. It's not so easy. But we play as often as we can. I mean, we all have regular day jobs, and so we are not able to play a tour for a couple of months or something like that. But we play as often as we can.
I think it's honorable, the fact that you guys have not been like, I'm just too tired for my day job. 40 years, you keep playing it, you keep rocking, you know? That's awesome. That's much respect for that. You know, it'd be easy
thank
to
you.
be like,
but I mean, we still love the kind of music, and I mean, we don't do that for money. I mean, you see, we don't have to live from the money. The big advantage is that we are totally free. We can do what we want. We are totally independent. Yeah, we don't have to play 100 shows in a year to survive. That's the one side of the medal. The other side of the medal is, we have some years, we have so many offers all over the world, so we are not able to play them all. So that's sometimes a little bit sad. But I think especially in the last 2 years, if there are no shows, if there is a lockdown, smaller bands like Tankard, it was really hard to survive, really. And so maybe 20 years ago, it was the right decision to do it somehow half professional, I would say.
well, still professional. You know what you need now is to do the Tankard perfume to get a little extra bankroll. You know? What would it smell like?
Tankard perfume, it would smells a little bit like beer. I don't know.
Like the bar at the end of the night.
Yes.
That would be awesome. You know somebody fans would buy it too. So that would be the best. You come up with a real great name for it, a little wordplay, it'd be the best. You know?
Good idea.
Add that to your merch. That's hilarious. Before COVID though, how often were you playing? Like in like normal time in a year? How many times would you be able to get out to the club?
35 shows in a year. Something
Well, that's
like
impressive.
that.
That's impressive.
35 shows. And now between the years we play 4 shows in Germany, and now we played a big festival in Mexico. We went to Chile, and we try to play as often as we can. And the next year is booked, and we all hope that there will be not a lockdown again. But I don't think so that they will close everything again, because
I don't think the world can take it.
You can close it forever. I mean, I don't know. Especially as I told you before, especially for little musicians, for clubs, for promoters.
Mm-hmm.
For soundman, and it was really a hard time the last 2.5 years.
And I felt bad. That's what the show actually started from, talking to bands and having the fans go to the website, get the merch, support them. This is the only revenue they have. Go to their site, you know, and support them. So it's important. But the fact that you guys continually play that's a lot of gigs to play working full time. Getting 4 guys together to play out after working full time. That's a feat, you know. to go through that.
Yeah.
Where are your biggest? Like, where do you think your fans are the craziest at for you guys?
I think we of course we sold the most records in Germany, I really would say. And but I think thrash metal is a thing worldwide. And
Oh yeah,
yeah, the most craziest fans, I really would say South America, like Colombia, like Chile,
that's what I was thinking
Mexico.
myself. Yeah,
Mexico, not really South America, but Mexico, they were really crazy. So they really love thrash metal. And yeah, but yeah, so some countries are missing in our career, and so we yeah have to travel around a little bit the next 40 years, I guess.
that's awesome. Any plans of actually working with any bands that you, like other club bands or other bands that you want to tour with and work with, maybe to try to get some shows in together, like friends bands?
Yeah, so a lot of people ask about the big Teutonic Four of Germany,
Oh yeah, I was even thinking that, but I
Creator,
just like,
Son
yeah,
Destruction,
no,
and Tankard. Yeah, it's not so easy. Of course, Creator is the biggest band of them all, but uh, if there would be a possibility to do some shows together, I think that would be a cool lineup. And
oh yeah,
I think we could do that yeah, all over the world. And that would be yeah, that would be really a cool thing. And
the fans would love it.
one of my favorite bands is Overkill.
Yeah,
We played a couple of times together with them at festivals, but
that's
yeah,
awesome.
would like to see them. Would like to see them again. We never played together with Anvil, one big fave band of the 80s of me. Exciter, I don't know. So I could tell you millions of metal bands
But it's
I'm
great.
in
All
love
those bands
with.
are together still, though.
I would like to play with. But I think if one day there's a possibility to do some shows with that big Teutonic Four lineup, that would be really awesome for the fans, I think.
I think it should. I think if Metallica could play with Megadeth on the same stage, any tour can get put together. There's really no other way to to put it out there. So I think it's great. I think maybe the fans got to keep clamoring about it and put the bugs in some ears of some promoters and get some
Yeah,
people talking. Let's get that going. That would be it. That would be the bomb.
yeah,
You guys would sell tickets.
yeah,
All you together, especially after COVID. But
yeah. So we will see. But now we hope that this virus will vanish a little bit. I think we have to live with that kind of virus in the next 10 years or something like that. But maybe it will be normal like a cold. Then we have this terrible war in Europe.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you get much news about that on
Oh yeah.
television.
Yep.
They're very dangerous and yeah, disgusting, terrible. I don't know.
No,
We were supposed to play in the Ukraine in the beginning of this year in March, and we don't have any contact to the promoters anymore. We wrote them a couple of times. I don't know if they are still alive. And we played a couple of times in Russia, but I think the next 20 years will be no metal band will play in Russia because of this bullshit. Where we have a Cold War now again, and yeah, not so easy times at the moment. So
no.
listen to metal, enjoy it as long as you can.
Those are actually great words to end on. But I do want to tell people go to the website and then click on if you want to buy the merch. The merch goes to actually to links you to Reaper, and Reaper actually has a lot of really great merchandise on there of a couple other bands too, reasonably priced.
Yeah, there are a lot of issues of the new album. There is a box. Yep. There are the two first demos inside. There is an earbook inside. It's yeah, it's really like 40, 50 pages of the band history and old photo stuff. And there is a CD, of course, inside, and a bonus DVD, a really bootleg DVD from '88. So we were a little bit we were a little bit younger, and yeah, we have different kind of colors of vinyl. So Reaper did
They did you
yeah,
good.
a lot of kind of issues of the new album. That's really amazing.
It is, and that's why I want to encourage people. I hadn't heard of Reaper, so when I was on your site and I clicked on that and I saw it over Reaper, I was like, wow, really impressive. The shirts and stuff, the designs are really nice, you know. So
Yeah,
people
it's
check
a
them
small
out.
label, but they yeah put all their power into one
Quality,
album. They're
yeah,
convinced of the album, they're convinced of the band, and they don't bring just an album out. They put a lot of energy and love inside, and yeah, it's amazing working together with them. Really, really
awesome,
great. I think that was
great.
a really good decision for Tankard to do that.
I hope so. I think it is. Looks good so far. You know, I'm seeing your stuff in my feed. So prior to this, but hey, I want to thank you for coming on the show and talking and sharing this, and hopefully the people will check you out and you get some new fans. You know, you're a good band.
Yeah,
So
hopefully, yeah, just check out if you like thrash metal. Yeah, with some traditional metal influences. If you like humor, if you like serious lyrics, I don't know. Just check it out, and maybe you like it.
that's right. And I'll put all the links on my YouTube channel and on all the podcasts. It'll go underneath it too, so everyone can check it out. So thank you. You have a good day, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your support, and have a nice day.
My pleasure.